Welcome to Arts News, friends. I'm Jimmy Ray with you here every Friday to talk about people, places, and things to do in the arts world of the Ozarks. This week we have a musician nationally recognized with the Josie Awards. We also have the new executive director of the Friends of the Art Museum. That and a lot more coming up on Arts News, y'all. Let's go!
West along the highway sits a memory or two. Somewhere along the byway is your life is staring down at you. Out there beyond the paved lines is a road that never ends. Somewhere along the highway, you've worn down the soles of your shoes. And you bargain with the devil, he steals your soul forever. You hit the ground, you cut your knees, you bleed. You fold your hands together, your life is tarred and feather. Then you begin your plea. Somewhere along the highway, somewhere in the distance, clay breaks beneath your toes. Vultures are lurking where you are, nobody knows. A hazy shade emerges to the sound of a droning beat. Somewhere along the highway, you find yourself, you find your peace. You bargain with the devil, he steals your soul forever. You hit the ground, you cut your knees, you bleed. You fold your hands together, your life is tarred and feather. Then you begin your plea, somewhere along the highway. staring down at you.
I'm Jimmy Ray. Welcome to Arts News. That was Springtown 66 and their song Highway, which was nominated for Song of the Year in the Southern Rock category at the Josie Music Awards last year. And here to talk more about it, the songwriter, Cindy Edwards. Welcome, friend.
It's great to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, we first met whenever we put a call out for some Christmas music, and you sent along a nice Christmas classic that we heard on the Arts News Christmas show. Well
Yes.
done on that. And it was a fun show to put together. I was surprised by the response whenever I put that there. Lots of folks hopped on board, and we had a great show with it. But when talking with you via email, you mentioned that you're a songwriter and you have some other music, and not just music that is hanging around, but music that's gone places, nominated for a Josie Award down in Nashville. Tell us a little bit about what the Josie Awards are.
So the Josie Music Awards is an independent music award and celebration that is an international competition. It draws people from all over the world. We have been lucky to be nominated for the last 2 years, and we have been able to meet independent artists from Ireland, just everywhere. And so it celebrates you. A very small percentage of people are actually nominated. And then you get to attend the Grand Ole Opry to that ceremony, which they bring in, famous artists and people to inspire you as an independent artist. And there's festivities surrounded. We went to a songwriting conference where I actually got to meet the inventor of the Spotify playlist to learn marketing strategies for an independent artist. And it's just been a blessing to be a part of that. Going to submit again this year and hope for the best. But it opens pathways for independent artists to meet other people and learn from them and grow.
In this day and age, it's real important to kind of band together as independent players, because there's the tip of the top, and then there's the rest of us down here just kind of trying to do things. And with the internet, the development of all these different streaming platforms and the reach folks can have, it's really helped a lot of independent people, but there's also a whole lot more noise out there that you got to cut through.
Yes.
So you were talking about, we had these songs nominated, and you mentioned that you write with and for bands here in town?
I write for 3 different bands and then starting on a new mission as well. But I write for Springtown 66, which has been my main band for several years.
And you perform as well with them?
Yes, I'm the lead singer, and so I've written our original content for that band. And then Solon Gentry, which is more of an Americana folk group. And then Zero Day is actually a jazz band that I'm in. And I've written for Zero Day. But my craziest embarking right now has been meditation music, which is just something that I have found to be very relaxing for myself. And I decided I wanted to actually attempt to play that type of thing live. So I am writing for local yoga and meditation businesses completely live. And so it will be multiple instruments, including Indian flute, piano, crystal bowls, different worldly instruments. And so it's kind of a little bit of a challenge to do all of that live. And so definitely working out that process right now. But on Spotify and the places that I have my music, I'm getting thousands of streams for meditation music. So it's been one of my most popular genres of music to write for. So I'm going to embark on it and maybe do some festivals and some live performances.
Right. That's very interesting. I'm not sure I've really seen a lot of that. Obviously, in yoga classes, there's some tracks playing, but to actually have somebody in the room there creating it, I can see how that could elevate the experience. Are you into yoga yourself? Is that kind of what kind of planted that seed?
Yes, absolutely. And I've actually started to work with the Warehouse Bar. We're going to start Sunday yogas. And so in March, I'll start working with them regularly. And then Shine Studio, I've been in discussions with them and just various people in the area. So
JT over at the Warehouse.
Yes,
We like to come with them. Very good, very good. So let's jump backwards a little bit. And for folks just joining me now, we're talking with Cindy Edwards about her nominations at the Josie Awards. She also helped collaborate a little bit on Arts News and our Christmas music program at the end of 2025. But let's just jump backwards a little bit. Right now we kind of see some nice leaps from your music, but where did this all start? Where did the first seed kind of get planted when it came to music? Did you have teachers? Was it your folks, friends when you were younger? When did it enter your life and how did it develop?
So all of my family on my mother's side, they were musicians. My grandfather was a saxophone player for a big band, and it just kind of trickled down. But it wasn't until my teen years, and I had a little bit of hardship when I was a kid. And C Street, actually, I say, saved me and created me into being a musician. So Sister Lorraine used to walk the streets of C Street, and she gave me my first piano, in which I was able to take lessons and learn. And I really give her credit for helping me move me along in that path. But I've been writing since then, since she gave me that piano. And I've had different opportunities in my lifetime, but probably 20 years ago, I really hit it hard, and I started performing around and writing. And I have had 4 albums now, doing very well, just on my own, independently, streaming. The one song that was nominated has had almost 200,000 streams now. Wow. So I've just thought, this is for me. This is what I like to do, to produce and get it out there on my own. Yeah. And so it's been a little while.
When it comes to recording, what's the process for you? Is this something you got a studio at the house? Is this something you partner up with folks on, or?
I do have a studio at the house, and all my meditation music I'm producing myself, but everything else I've taken out. So I've worked with Paul Carabello, with, in the Sibley Studios, and I think Sibley Studio was the very first studio I ever walked into.
Isn't it cool?
Life. Yeah.
It's so cool in there.
Yeah.
It's like Dewey Cox. He's got 10,000 didgeridoos. And
It's amazing, yes. And then I've worked with Greg Roller. I'm considering doing some work in Nashville with a studio, and have spoke with an agency in Nashville recently on just kind of maybe possibly publishing and working with other artists to pitch my music to. So,
and I always kind of reiterate this, and you as a writer could probably dig it too, but the writing really is the foundational part of it all. There's a lot of great musicians out there, a lot of great performers, but without the writing, and it's not just in music, on television, movies, books, poetry, the writing is the real kind of foundational aspect to the art of it.
Absolutely. It's totally my passion. I could see myself just writing for other people.
Right.
Love cinematic music, so I can see myself wanting to sync license music, that type of thing.
Yeah. I've always been interested in that, but never really dove deep enough into it. I've always enjoyed the live performance and the studio stuff, but the idea of writing for TV and film, I did a little bit in college and always loved it, but I haven't really ever took a big swat at it. So I think it would be fun.
Yeah. Well, one of our locals, which I'm a big supporter of local songwriters, Madison Gregory.
Yep.
I'm not sure if you're aware, she got herself a Netflix deal.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is this recent?
Within like the last 6 to 8 months, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to make note of that.
Yeah, she sure did. She's got her music on a movie, and I love it. I had done a Songwriters Guild for a while and met Madison, and just absolutely loved meeting all the songwriters in this area. We're blessed.
Yes, we absolutely are. This is it's a tradition around here, music, songwriting, performance. We are very, very lucky. It is a hotbed, no doubt about it. So outside of music, what's your life look like? What do you like to do? How do you spend your time? I know you have your daughter here with you today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm a big hiker.
Okay, it's a good area for that too.
Yes, I'm big into nature. My husband's a sailor, so we sail.
Okay.
He was in the Navy, and he got the opportunity to learn, so we sail anytime we can. My real job in life is I'm actually a cancer nurse.
Oh, wow.
And so that's part of why meditation music has come into my life a little bit. It's just kind of a healing thing that I have noticed.
For you or for the patients,
or
both?
For the patients, for me, I see a lot. So at the end of the day, it's really great for me to listen to that and wind down from what I have seen. And I talk to my patients about it all the time, and it's very helpful.
Do you draw inspiration from that? Is there something in those raw moments and those vulnerable moments that you can draw from?
Absolutely. There's a lot of hope in that. Cancer is such a hard thing, and everybody's journey on that is different and where they're going with that. Some will be survivors and some will not. So I feel like it it just brings peace to them. And, we talk about holistically, treating people holistically. And part of that is your mind, your spirit, your body, just your physical well-being. And I feel like when I speak to my patients about meditation music, it seems to be almost like a pain relief for them.
Interesting. I'm talking with Cindy Edwards, singer-songwriter from right here in the Ozarks, and her recent accolades and lifetime of music, but recently nominated for Josie Award down in Nashville at the Grand Ole Opry. And so glad you could take some time with me today. We're going to go out on another song here that Cindy wrote, but stay in touch, and any new endeavors, I'd even love to hear some of that ambient yoga music, meditation music.
Absolutely. I'll send some to you.
You're listening to Arts News here on KSMU. Cindy, thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
I know I'm right and you're wrong, but let's find a middle ground, move on. And what you did, it just ain't right. Well, you're not the kind of man I put up a fight for. You're not the same, I'm not the same. I know I'm gonna run away. Well, pack your bags, no need to shout. Well, this girl is done, your deception won, and you can flee. Well, go have some fun. Well, let's find a middle ground and move on. You're not the same, I'm not the same. I know I'm gonna run away.
I'm Jimmy Ray. You're listening to Arts News. That was Springtown 66 with their song Runaway, and it was nominated for a 2025 Josie Music Award down in Nashville. Shifting now to theater here in the Ozarks. Springfield Little Theater continues their season with Come From Away starting January 30th, running through February 15th. We'll have more on that show next week, but Springfield Little Theater is also announcing auditions for Seussical the Musical, a joyful, high-energy celebration of imagination, heart, and storytelling inspired by the beloved works of Dr. Seuss. This whimsical production will be directed by Lorraine Dunn with musical direction by Brandon Russell, assistant direction by Jessica Bauer, and assistant choreographer Josh Inman. Auditions are open to performers of all ages and experience levels. Springfield Little Theater is seeking strong singers, expressive movers, and dynamic storytellers to bring the jungle of Newell, Whoville, and its unforgettable characters to life. This production celebrates inclusion, creativity, and ensemble storytelling, inviting performers of all backgrounds to step into a bold, colorful world where everyone has a place and every voice matters. Audition workshops, which is a great way to get ready for the auditions, happen this Sunday, January 25th at 7 p.m. That's ages 13 and under, and on Monday, January 26th at 7 p.m. for ages 14 and over. And the location will be the Judith Einhart Reynolds School of Performing Arts for Springfield Little Theater. You may know it as the Judy. It's located at 237 South Florence Avenue in Springfield, and you can get more information or register for these open audition workshops at springfieldlittletheater.org/auditions. And then, as folks prep for those, the actual auditions will take place in February. That's February 9th and 10th. I'll cover more of that as it approaches. It's an open audition call for Seussical the Musical and audition workshops to prep. Coming up this Sunday and Monday, those workshops. More information, springfieldlittletheater.org/audition. And Springfield Little Theater celebrates major wins at the 2025 Broadway World Kansas City Awards. Springfield Little Theater is proud to announce it has been recognized with numerous honors at the 2025 Broadway World Kansas City Awards. This is an audience-voted award that celebrates outstanding achievements across production, creative teams, and performers from the past year. The 2025 Broadway World Regional Awards honored regional producers, touring shows, and artists whose first performances took place between October 1st, 2024 and September 30th, 2025. This year marked the largest celebration yet, with awards spanning more than 100 cities across the United States, Canada, Central and South America, as well as Europe and Asia, highlighting excellence in theater on a truly global scale. Springfield Little Theater was recognized across a wide range of categories, reflecting the organization's continued commitment to artistic excellence, community engagement, and high-quality storytelling. And here's some of the honors, and the list is long, folks. Here are all of the 2025 Broadway World Kansas City Award winners for Springfield Little Theater. These are all in the non-professional category. Favorite local theater, Springfield Little Theater. Best Musical, Waitress the Musical. Best Theater for Young Audiences, Annie. Best New Play or Musical, Parental Guidance Suggested by Kelly Long. And the Best Dance Production, The Little Mermaid. Continuing, the Best Cabaret, Concert, or Solo Performance, Beth Doman, I Get a Kick Out of You. The Best Direction of a Musical, Josh Inman for Waitress the Musical. And continuing on for these 2025 Broadway World Kansas City Awards that was received by folks associated with the Springfield Little Theater. Best Choreography of a Play or Musical, Lorraine Dunn, The Little Mermaid. Best Music Direction and Orchestra Performance, Carla Wooten in Oklahoma. Best Scenic Design of a Play or Musical, Andrew Wilson, The Little Mermaid. Best Lighting Design of a Play or Musical, Jamie Bauer for Waitress. Best Sound Design of a Play or Musical, Christian Bernard for The Little Mermaid. Best Costume Design of a Play or Musical, Bonnie Johnson, The Little Mermaid. Best Performer in a Musical, Ava Bartlett in Annie. And Best Supporting Performer in a Musical, Katie Orr in Waitress. A long list of accolades for Springfield Little Theater and the folks in that community at the 2025 Broadway World Kansas City Awards. Springfield Little Theater leadership said these recognitions are a powerful testament to the incredible artists, designers, musicians, technicians, educators, and volunteers who bring Springfield Little Theater's mission to life every day. They continue, "We are deeply grateful to our community for their continued support and to everyone who took the time to vote and champion local theater on a significant regional stage." As one of the nation's oldest continually operating civic theaters, Springfield Little Theater remains dedicated to enriching lives through storytelling, education, and live performance, on stage and beyond. For more information about Springfield Little Theater and these Broadway World Kansas City Awards that they received, as well as upcoming productions, auditions, and other activities, visit springfieldlittletheater.org. You can also visit their Facebook page at facebook.com/SPFLD Theater. Springfield Little Theater is a nonprofit, volunteer-driven organization energized by the highest artistic ideals that strive to entertain, educate, and involve the community in live theatrical productions and in the preservation of the historic Landers Theater and McDaniel School. Springfield Little Theater, founded in 1934. Congrats on all of these recent accolades. I'm Jimmy Ray. Welcome to Arts News, and a special guest in studio today, Kate Francis, the new executive director of the Friends of the Springfield Art Museum. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being here.
We were talking before we went on air here, and you used to work for the Art Museum before you made this change, which the Friends of the Springfield Art Museum and the Art Museum, it gets a little confusing. Give us the distinction between the two entities.
Sure. So the Springfield Art Museum is a city-owned department. And that's been around it's been a city-owned department since 1946. The museum's been around since 1928. When I came on board as the Museum Affairs Officer for Fundraising and Development, one of the goals that we had was to establish a private 501c3 foundation, entirely separate entity from the Art Museum, that expands the fundraising ability for the institution. So, for example, the lead gift that we got for the capital campaign was from a foundation that would not normally make a gift directly to a government institution, but they would give a gift to the 501c3 foundation.
So we had some red tape that you kind of needed to wade through, and this helped separate, or?
Not red tape per se. Red tape implies a barrier.
Right.
It actually creates more opportunities,
Gotcha.
more fundraising opportunities, a little bit more flexibility. Say if we establish an endowment for the Art Museum, we have more flexibility in how we invest those funds than a government entity does. Typically, they have to be a little bit more conservative than we might be with our endowment policy at the foundation. And I call it the foundation because that's just sort of an easier name for people to recognize than the long Friends of the Springfield Art Museum.
So we refer to it as the foundation. Very good. Was this nonprofit formative in getting this expansion together that's happening right now?
So actually, the concept of the foundation originated back in 2017, 2018, when the master plan for the Art Museum was first introduced. So the concept of the foundation has been around for a while, and they hadn't been able to get their 501c3 status put together. Of course, we had that thing that we don't like to mention anymore, but we had the pandemic that sort of paused the progress on establishing the foundation, and I joined the organization at the tail end of the pandemic.
Okay.
So that we sort of took that back up, but we had an organization called the Friends of the Springfield Art Museum that was originally a membership-based organization, and they had sort of aged out and were getting ready to disband. And we saw that as an opportunity to sort of repopulate that board, reinvigorate it, and it take on this role. To date, the foundation has been instrumental in doing the campaign fundraising for the institution, but they just finished a strategic planning session that has illustrated a larger goal for the foundation to be more involved in annual fundraising and programmatic fundraising.
So as executive director, this position is an inaugural position?
So yes, the foundation board was managing fundraising and the campaigns and whatnot. And then museum director Nick Nelson and myself as city employees were lending some administrative support to the foundation. But as city employees, there's obviously rules and regulations that we need to follow. And as the foundation continued to grow and had more assets under management and decisions needed to be made and checks need to be written, we needed to separate museum staff from the foundation staff. And then understanding that the foundation has only the intent to grow and serve the museum and our community in bigger and better ways, it became clear that staffing was going to be required. And that came out of the strategic planning process that the foundation board went through in the fall of 2025.
Right. So coming over from the art museum to this nonprofit, what made you want to kind of make that move? Is it an evolution in your career? Was there a particular passion behind it?
Well, 2026 marks my 25th year in fundraising for the arts, and I've held executive roles and leadership team management positions in 20 of those 25 years. Moving over to the foundation just seemed like a natural evolution. It really is my job. It still is the same job that I was doing for the art museum, just with more administrative responsibility, and then also management responsibility as we add employees. In the plan calls for one employee in 2027 and another employee in 2028.
Okay.
But really, my moving over to the foundation, one, lends credibility to the foundation as an institution, but it also is meeting the goal that the foundation serve as the primary fundraising arm of the art museum. So my role as a fundraiser at the art museum is not going to be replaced. The foundation will serve as that fundraising arm.
Very good.
So all of those responsibilities are moving over to the
A
foundation.
streamline, if you will, kind of just making it all flow a little
Right.
bit
It's
better.
just a better best practice in
Yeah.
terms of management of fundraising for a city-owned entity.
You mentioned 25 years of arts fundraising. Give us a little bit of a rundown on that. What's some of the experiences that you've had over the years?
So my professional career is actually going on 34 years since I graduated from college. For the first nearly decade, I was in for-profit world doing marketing and that sort of thing. But when I was growing up, my parents and my grandparents took me to the art museum in St. Louis. I'm a St. Louis girl.
Okay.
Art museum, to the symphony. You know, I was very musically and artistically ingrained.
Yeah.
And so at one point I became a little disengaged with the corporate world, and I noticed in the newspaper, which is how we used to look for jobs way back when, for those young people that are listening, there was a job for an administrative assistant at the St. Louis Symphony, and I had sung on the symphony stage, I had sung in the lobby, and I had gone to performances, and I thought, what a cool place to work that would be. And so I had applied for a position supporting the VP of External Affairs, which managed public relations, fundraising, and marketing. And initially she was like, well, you're overqualified for this job. And I'm like, I will empty trash cans if it means I get to come to Powell Symphony Hall and work for this institution. And she hired me. And then they went through some administrative changes, and they sort of gave me a choice if I wanted to go through fundraising or go into the marketing PR side. And I had fallen in love with the fundraising side. Wow. So I became their campaign manager. They were in the midst of a $40 million endowment campaign to match a gift from the Taylor family of Enterprise Rent-A-Car. So that sort of started my love for not-for-profit work, and particularly arts fundraising. So I've worked for the St. Louis Symphony, the Arizona Opera, Jazz St. Louis, the Phoenix Symphony, of course now the Springfield Art Museum. I ran an Orpheum Theater for several years. So
Which one?
in Galesburg, Illinois.
Nice.
Which was near where I went to college in Monmouth, Illinois. So not only having experience on the fundraising side and administrative side, but also getting to program artists and do the marketing and that sort of thing. So I have dedicated the last quarter century to promoting the benefit of the arts in our community. And I came to Springfield specifically to join the art museum and to bring this capital project across the finish line for this community.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well, I know I'm grateful as an artist. The community is grateful for the work that you have been doing and that you're going to be doing. And over the years, being a champion for the arts, and especially in the fundraising part of it, because I know that takes a certain type of person and passion to do that. And we applaud you and we appreciate you. Before we go, Kate, and for those joining me just now, Kate Francis, the executive director of the Friends of the Springfield Art Museum. And it's an inaugural position. And moving forward with this giant renovation, what's at the core of it for you? What do you hope is going to be coming out of this beautiful, brand new art museum that the community is about to get?
Well, one of the reasons that I came was because this art museum has been in a unique position that it's free to the community.
Yeah.
It's owned by the community. A museum that is owned by the city is owned by the citizens of this community, and has been such a benefit not only to Springfield but to the region. More than 50% of our visitors pre-COVID were coming from outside of the Springfield area. 20% were traveling 150 miles. So I think our goal is to have a facility that reflects the quality of the collection that this community has owned for nearly 100 years. And to really give it a place where it can be seen in an environment that people love to come to. We're working very hard to connect not only the physical building of the museum with the outdoors and Fast Night Creek and the Hatch Foundation lawn and that wonderful historic amphitheater that we have.
Yes.
Really generating and creating a sort of a campus. It's more of a campus feel that has maybe a little bit of something for everyone. We see the amphitheater as having music and plays and activities, and those things have happened in the past, but really formalizing it on a beautiful campus environment and a wonderful building that people really feel is their third place. It's not their work, it's not their home, it's not their church, but it's another place that they can come and enjoy. And maybe you go look at the art, but maybe you just hang out on the lawn and enjoy the surroundings. It really is a community asset, and we're really excited about us being a partner to things like the convention center. That is a big goal for the city to create. Those convention planners look for other things for their convention attendees to do, and having a spectacular art museum is one attraction that can be of a benefit. So we really see us not only as a wonderful institutional destination, but also a partner to our other organizations and city entities.
Yeah.
And serving our community for another century.
Incredible. It all sounds great. I love this idea of kind of a campus feel over there. I was talking to Nicole about that as well. And we all look forward to it, all the things you talked about, the developments to come, and all the good work that you have done and continue to do. Thank you, Kate Francis.
Well, thank you for having me.
You bet. I'm Jimmy Ray. You're listening to Arts News here on KSMU. Welcome.
I'm a
Multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter Eric Howell performs at the Shoe Tree Listening Room at Aero Creative Reuse, 616 West Tampa Street in Springfield. That's this Sunday, January 25th at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 for this alcohol-free, intimate listening room experience. General admission tickets are $20 and available at the website, aerocreativereuse.org. At over 300 million years, the Ozark Mountains are among the oldest in the world and have been home to humans for the last 7,500 of those years. Over those millennia, these bluffs, caves, valleys, and streams have held numerous cultures. These cultures left their myths, stories, and ghosts embedded in the very landscape that sheltered them. From the shadows of the shortleaf pine to the inky depths of the limestone and dolomite caves, there is a darkness that pervades this land, a darkness that swallows stories and keeps secrets. Eric Howell is the most recent chapter in this Ozark Noir saga, a singer-songwriter, multi-instrumentalist from Southwest Missouri. Howell has decades of experience creating and recording original music and stories in the do-it-yourself tradition so indicative of the folks that inhabit this hard Scrabble region. His songs seem to come from deep within the mountains. Haunting melodies and a stoic lyrical themes nod to the ancient darkness of the Ozarks, while neo-traditional compositions and genre-defying instrumentation wink at more recent traditions of settlers to this plateau. With an intimate voice and thoughtful songwriting, Hal has created a special aesthetic, one that can only be described as Ozark Noir. 4 notable full-length offerings have solidified Eric Howell as a torchbearer of the sound and have proven him worthy of following into the darkness. It's Eric Howell at the Shoe Tree Listening Room this Sunday, 7 p.m. More information at aerocreativereuse.org or erichowelloriginal.com.
Trees hold tight in the breeze, the wires go creaking up close. Where the plants reach down, hold together the ground. Do they know what they chose? When the next big flood carries away the mud, leaving to the roots exposed. Do you think they'll say is the wash away on one last drink before we go? Where the water it goes patiently seep into fusion and breach, slowly turning boulder into stone, polished pebble into sand over a long enough span. It'll take what it can, rearranging the land as it goes, turning iron into rust, creating life from the dust. Quiet melody constantly flows.
I'm Jimmy Ray. You're listening to Arts News here on KSMU. That was Eric Howell and his tune, The Speed of the Current. You can catch Eric this Sunday at the Shoe Tree Listening Room. And folks, we turn our attention to some photography. The West Plains Council on the Arts will host an exhibition entitled The Great American West, 250 Years on the Road. Photographs by Dennis Kreider. As part of activities celebrating America's 250th anniversary, the exhibit will be displayed at the gallery at the West Plains Civic Center through February 21st. The gallery on the mezzanine is open to the public during regular Civic Center hours. The West Plains Civic Center is located at 110 St. Louis Street, West Plains, Missouri. Dennis Kreider is an award-winning photographer who has had an interest in photography since early childhood in his hometown of Wichita, Kansas. He was yearbook and newspaper photographer in both high school and college. While a senior at Wichita High School South, he entered his first photography contest and gained a measure of confidence when he was named winner of an honorable mention award. It was the Kodak National High School Photo Awards contest, and he was one of 125 award winners. He received a certificate and $10. Simple things like wide open spaces appeal to Dennis, as well as diversity of scenery. Kreider reflects, while driving through Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, and Arizona, the scene changes with every turn. I have come to love the vastness of the prairie, the beauty of the Flint Hills, and geological wonders such as Little Jerusalem Badlands and Monument Rocks in my home state. In 1969, he became a reporter and photographer at the Daily Quill newspaper in West Plains, Missouri. By the time he retired in 2008, he was head photographer and sports editor. In October 2023, he was inducted into the Missouri Photojournalism Hall of Fame at a ceremony in Columbia, Missouri. He was the 77th person to receive this honor. Trips to the magnificent American West have been welcome endeavors since retiring, but what is it that has him returning year after year? Growing up in Wichita, Kansas was at times a bit boring. But things changed when his family ventured west and south into northwestern Oklahoma, where Dennis's father was born. Visits to Buffalo, Oklahoma, were usually around Thanksgiving and Christmas, and Dennis couldn't wait to go rabbit hunting. During visits in the summer months, he spent a lot of time going after bass, bluegill, and catfish in Sand Creek, a spring-fed oasis about a mile from where his father was born, a favorite fishing hole. Horace Greeley is credited with the phrase, "Go west, young man," and that is what Dennis says he will do as long as he can. The exhibit is co-sponsored by the West Plains Civic Center and West Plains Council of the Arts, with partial funding provided by Missouri Arts Council and Missouri Humanities. Contact information at KreiderPhotography.biz. The Great American West, 250 Years on the Road, a photography exhibition running through February 21st at the West Plains Civic Center. Looking at Brick City Gallery and MSU Art and Design Department and the annual Foundations exhibition starting tonight, running through February 13th, as part of the First Friday Art Walk as well on February 6th from 6 to 9. It's the annual Foundations exhibition featuring works from the department's Foundations courses. Works in this exhibition demonstrate students' understanding of various artistic concepts in 2- and 3-dimensional design, drawing, as well as the development of artistic skills through classroom instructions. It's part of the MSU Art and Design Department. It's happening at the Brick City Gallery starting tonight, 215 West Mill Street in Springfield, Missouri. More information can be found at brickcitygallery.missouristate.edu. And digging into the musical archive here, a tune from a group called Coolcumber. It was a very short-lived electronica project featuring a gentleman by the name of Mark Cassidy. I haven't spoken to him in a while. And I hope wherever he is out there in Southern California that he's doing well and finding peace among the crashing waves and the warm sea breeze. This one's called Rerun, right here on Arts News.
Got the good and the bad, can't tell you what's true. is quickly assumed just to be my fashion. Passing the grass, get my nose on the grind. Hit the stickers on the sign that I see all the time, bringing me company when I sing on the ride. Papers are stacking, the speakers are blasting. Listen to the same damn question they're asking. But the people are passing and the still unpacking is quickly assumed just to be my fashion.
I'm Jimmy Ray. That was Cool Cumber with the tune Rerun. Welcome to Arts News, friends. Folks, I always like to put this message out there on occasion. If you know of events, organizations, or artists in the area that you'd like to shine a light on, well, I might not know about them. Feel free to send me an email at jray@missouri-state.edu. That's JREA@missouri-state.edu. Poets, painters, actors, musicians, anything in the arts vein. Would love to have folks do readings of their own, whether it be short stories, essays, poetry, and we're beginning to possibly do some smaller in-studio performances. So please reach out to me with any ideas. Sure would love to hear from you at jray@missouri-state.edu. That's JREA@missouri-state.edu. I'm Jimmy Ray. That's all the time we have for Arts News this week. Thank you so much. I'll be on vacation the next couple weeks, so Arts News might be a little bit abbreviated, but we'll still bring you great Arts News content from right here in the Ozarks, whether it's on air, on the website ksmu.org, or through the newsletter of the Green Room. Until next time, friends, family, arts lovers, I'm Jimmy Ray, and I want to go out on a tune here by my cousin. Well, she's not really my cousin. That's just what we call each other. Melinda Mullins, a formative figure in the music scene, daughter of Johnny Mullins, and she continues to carry on his musical legacy. I want to wish her a happy retirement and play a tune from the Johnny Mullins collection. This one's called I'll Leave the Crying to the Rain, right here on Arts News.
Well, I got a weeping willow tree in my backyard. It's what I hang all of my troubles on whenever times get hard. You'll hear me singing a song, a morning, night, and noon. And if I sing an old blues song, it's 'cause I like the tune. I'll leave the crying to the rain, leave the sighing to the wind, throw my frowns all away, leave the smile where I've been, and the only thing that wets my face is the morning dew. I'll leave the crying to the rain, sighing to the wind, and let the sky be blue.
my sweet mama's love, as strong as it can be. And I see the big moon above, shining down on me. And when I pillow my head to close of day, I'm as thankful as I can be that everything's okay. I'll leave the crying to the rain, leave the sighing to the wind, throw my frowns all away, leave a smile where I've been. And the only thing that wets my face is the morning dew. I'll leave the crying to the rain, sighing to the wind, and let the sky be blue. I'll leave the crying to the rain, sighing to the wind, and let the sky be blue.
Arts news, people and places, things to do. Arts news, here on KSMU. Hey!